Unknown channeling. I am Hatonn. I greet you, my friends, in the love and in the light of our infinite Creator. I am Hatonn. It is a great privilege, as always, to speak with you. My friends, we wish only to speak to you very briefly this evening. We are shepherds of your flock, and we see the needs of the flock. Our only desire is to aid those of the flock who seek our aid. The aid you seek, my friends, has become very much focused upon true seeking than that of most of the sheep of the flock. Therefore, what can we say to you intellectually is more and more lacking in complete satisfaction. It is for this reason, my friends, that we stress to you, even as you are gaining advancement, the continued need for more and more meditation. For, my friends, what we can give you through use of the intellect and language is a very small percentage only of what we are able to give you by direct contact, mind to mind. We would say this to you: there is an everlasting experience that cycled again and again within the physical illusion that you now enjoy. This experience is one of complexity. Events that happen are always events that are essentially unexplained. My friends, the unexplained sets up within your human intellect a great frustration, and you seek the explanation with your intellect. But my friends, the explanation for the cycle of experience within the physical is never within the physical. The answer, my friends, is to be found within the spiritual consciousness. The flimsy craft of your physical intellectual ability is not designed to sail from the deep seas of spiritual reasons. Do not attempt to take it into the depths of reasons, or else, I assure you, your flimsy craft will break apart and you will think that you are surely lost. My friends, there is no loss. There is only unity. The great storm that is with this great illusion is forever stilled by the consciousness that you may obtain through your meditation. As the Master, known as Jesus, has been quoted as saying, "Peace, be still." This statement is a statement of faith. When applied to the storm in any illusory existence, the illusory storm is bound to respond, and by growing upon, peace be still. This concept that the consciousness of the Creator has dominion over the consciousness of the physical illusion is truth, and is, we hope, a helpful truth. At this time, my friends, I would like to spend a period attempting to condition each of you who desires it. I will be attempting to effect some recognizable alterations in your consciousness so that you may know of my presence. My brother, Laitos, is here and will be also attempting to condition the muscles within your vocal mechanisms in such a way as to provide impulses which are recognizable. If you avail yourselves to this conditioning, we will attempt it. I will leave this instrument at this time and will work with the conditioning. I leave you in His love and in His light, and I will be available to you at any time that you avail yourselves. I am Hatonn. I hope that I have been of some assistance. Adonai. I am again with this instrument. I am Hatonn. At this time, my friends, I will ask you if you have any questions. If there are no questions, then we will again leave this instrument. It was a privilege to be with you this evening. We leave you in the love and in the light of the Infinite Father. Adonai. There were silent questions, and the instrument was uncertain as to whether the answers were her own thoughts or whether they were those of Hatonn. An explanation follows. There was a discussion of the silent questions that were asked, and the instrument and the group again meditated to try to receive the answers. The question was whether an individual could be healed of a chronic disease. I am Hatonn. I am again with this instrument. I apologize for the confusion. The instrument is somewhat new to our contact and has not experienced enough channeling to have the confidence of which our more advanced channels exhibit. However, we will proceed. The subject upon which you seek information does not readily yield fruitful knowledge. However, a concept which may be helpful is as follows. You are aware upon your planet of night. This darkness is real to you within the illusion that you know as life. There is a simple physical way in which you can intellectually imagine that darkness to be only a local phenomena. The method of that understanding is to imagine that you are observing the solar system from the standpoint of the object that you call your sun. From the standpoint of your sun, there is no night, there is no darkness, there is no lack, there is no limitation, there is only light. An enormously wasteful amount of energy, infinite, self-perpetuating and determined, and a type of light that expresses itself in all directions with all of its heart and strength. The concept of darkness, lack, limitation, or any petty restriction of any kind is quite foreign to the point of view of the inhabitant of the sun. It is for this reason, my friends, that we often describe to you the love and the light as being the sunlight or some form of light. This light, this phenomena called light, is a spiritual phenomena. It is one of the two building blocks of your entire universe. Light, with no limitation of any kind, vastly energetic and infinite in its capacity, is the basis for all that is in a physical sense. The shaping, the creating, the molding force is the consciousness, the thought, which we call love. Love shapes light into the vibration that we know as the physical world. The Creator's love is completely, down to the very smallest detail, a spiritual thing. The entity made of spiritual substance can seek and love. The lack, the limitation, the darkness, and the want is the creation of that most chief of the Father's creations, that being mankind. Mankind is a creator even as his Father wished for him to be. He has created, and through his desires are things which he does not truly desire. He has invented a great many different ways to experience lack, limitation, and want. This, my friends, is only true thought from the point of view of the dweller within the illusion who rotates with the planet and sees the sun go down and disappear. A simple shift in point of view from the point of view of the planet to the point of view of the source of light for the planet will enable the understanding of the conditions of the planet upon which you now enjoy the physical existence to come into much clearer focus. We are aware that this is a far more generalized statement than requested. However, there are many things to which we do not have the spiritual answers ourselves, but deal only with the illusion. The ability to change one's point of view will often banish a question and replace the question with understanding simply by the realization of a shift in point of view. Is there at this time a further question? Questioner: Are children born with the knowledge of love and understanding, or do they have to be taught this concept as Hatonn is teaching us? I am Hatonn. I will attempt to answer your question. Children are born with a type of personality of manifestation of awareness, which is their heritage of previous experiences and knowledge. This varies extensively from entity to entity. For the most part, those who are now incarnating on planet Earth have a considerable background of latent understanding because they have been called to the Earth at this time for experience involved with the ending of this cycle. Therefore, for the most part, the entities who are called children upon your planet at this time are somewhat advanced before they are taught any lessons within the physical illusion. However, the physical illusion is designed for further teaching. The teaching, my friends, is of two kinds. The first is the most important, especially upon your planet. That is, as you say, I see, upon your planet, the school of hard knocks. I see this phrase. This phrase is the school which will teach children the lessons, for the most part, that they will learn. Within this school, the most informative stance that those who wish to aid a child may take is that taken by the Master known as Jesus. When asked for understanding, Jesus spoke to the best of his ability, but more importantly, in this aspect of his service, he exemplified by his life that which he wished to make known. The experience of children as regards those around them is, to a great extent, built upon not what they are intellectually manifesting, but what they are manifesting by their existence. This, again, is your greatest area of teaching of any child, and that is the area of example. Upon the planets in which the atmosphere is spiritually more centered upon seeking, the use of the intellect in aiding spiritual seeking in children would be greatly enhanced. However, the influences which are upon your planet at this time are, for the most part, quite baffling to spiritual impulses. Therefore, the most earnest and sincere attempts at teaching of spiritual concepts will be frustrating to the teacher and to the child. It is therefore recommended that when the opportunity for this type of intellectual teaching arises, the truth be spoken and that the frustrations connected in attempting to live the spiritual life within the confines of an unfriendly environment be accepted without undue disturbance or strain. It is to be expected that there will be difficulty and confusion. Therefore, we say to you, there are 3 simple ways to attempt to aid. One is to be aware that children are, for the most part, already somewhat mature, and that, therefore, they only need direction. 2. That the best direction comes from the 24-hour-a-day abiding of yourself with the light of your own spiritual awareness. This is your best contribution to anyone that you meet. It is your life itself. By example, more have been aided than by any other elaborate means. The moment-to-moment existence within the physical provides you with your third form of aid to another entity. The attempt to speak the truth, as you know, when asked, is always a good thing. We remind you that to forgive and to encourage amidst difficulties and setbacks and even failures is also a service. It is to be remembered as a principle that you are part of the Infinite Father, and just as you yourself, as a child spiritually, are taught that always welcomed upon whatever terms. So, in expressing yourself, you may remember that you may teach, but always above all, accept and love on any terms. We wish that we could tell you that there is a way to ensure that a human entity will surely be aided and given the right concepts. We cannot tell you any such joyful news, my friends. We have been attempting to aid each entity upon your planet for many, many years. Some may be aided, some may not. They may be aided only when they desire it. It is within each entity to choose what he will learn and what he will not learn. All that can be done by example is to have the awareness ready to be shown to those about you. We are sorry that we cannot give you any more sure method than those that we have told you about. But the Father gave us all free will. The least and the greatest are equal spiritually. Be stayed in the knowledge that all things are fulfilling the purposes for which they were intended. And you have only to respond to each day's request for help to the very best of your ability and to the very furthest of your knowledge, and you will have been of service to those whom you wish to serve. We hope that we have been of service to you in this matter. Is there a further question, my friends? There are no further queries, and this is where our transcript ends.